Hey guys, Mix here. Today I'm going to be going through each bike in my collection. So I can't work on any of my bikes today for a video because I'm still waiting on parts. Today's the 7th and tomorrow's the 8th obviously. And I think my big board's supposed to be coming in tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I really hope it gets in. But I know some of you requested to go through each of my bikes, so I'm going to do that right now. So first I'm going to start off with the big motorcycle, the 1988 Super Magna VF 750C. You guys saw this in the last video, but I picked this thing up. Doesn't run, and if you guys saw last video, inside of the tank was all rusted out. So what I did is I got apple cider vinegar, and what you could do is pour it onto rust. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's starting to eat away at it, so I'm gonna let it sit in there for a couple days. I already see improvements. The engine is a 4-cylinder, makes 79 horsepower and tops out at 123 miles per hour. It has all the original parts on it, but it is missing a couple side shrouds or whatever you call it. But I'm just waiting on a battery for it, and then if it cranks and everything, there's no electrical problems, I'm going to clean out the carburetor, wait for the tank to get clean, and then hopefully this thing will fire up. And it also has some Dunlop tires on it. It's still pretty good condition. I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, it's in pretty good condition of being how old it is. Even for only having 14,000 miles and being made in 1988, that's really good. So now I'm going to move on to the Baja, which looks almost identical to the Honda. But this is my Baja Warrior mini bike. I made it about 8 months ago. Drove about 3 hours away to get the frame. But usually you see a Baja Warriors with jack shafts, but this one just has a centrifugal clutch, and I like it better because you have a higher top speed. Like this tops out at 49, I got it to. I made my own headlight. I made a video with that. Check that out. It's pretty cool. It has a 2016 Predator 212cc engine on it. Still runs great. I love Predator engines. They never really give me any problems. It has a rear drum brake, no front brakes. It has front forks, but a hardtail, which kind of hurts when you're going off-roading or hit a bump or anything. And it has a storage gas tank, which all Predators have. I just keep a bag in there if I put my phone in there, because one time there's water and I put it in there and kind of ruined my phone. I made my own seat, but I want to get a Baja Warriors like stock seat that is made for it, because this one kind of hurts. It's alright though. I definitely need new tires. These ones are shot. There's even a hole right there. I think it has a 53 tooth rear sprocket and a 41 chain. But the Baja is definitely a really cool mini bike. I just like to cruise around on it on a nice day. But now we're gonna move on to Steve, my blue mini bike. And a lot of you might wonder why I call it Steve. It's just because a lot of moto vloggers name their bikes, and I just figured why not. Like, this bike's been around on my channel the longest. Like, this bike is my profile picture, because it basically got me started with Moto Mix. Because before Moto Mix I did gaming, but that was absolutely terrible. But I made my first video with mini bikes, and that got like 4,000 views, and I instantly knew that I wanted to do mini bike videos instead of gaming. I even enjoyed making the videos better. So this mini bike basically started this channel, but it has a 2015 model year Predator 212cc engine, still running good for 2 years old. Has a performance intake, exhaust, and a bigger carburetor jets from Go Power Sports, and it has a full suspension. And some of you have been asking what type of mini bike Steve is. It's a homemade frame, stretch, so I could probably fit another engine in here. That would be sick. It even has a little horn. I gotta fix the seat though. This is starting to rip a lot. This mini bike only tops at about 35, but it goes like 0 to 35 in like 1 second. Like, it's insane. So that's pretty much Steve. Now we're on to the 2004 Suzuki Drz 110. I recently picked this up, and as you guys know, I need to do a top end rebuild on it. But I'm getting the big bore, so it's gonna have a whole new cylinder and a lot more power. So I just have that covered up because you want to keep it as clean as possible in there. But when it didn't have that, it smoked like crazy. It always started up like first kick, but it always smoked a lot. When I got it, it bogged a lot when you would twist the throttle. But what I did is I just cut off the fuel supply while I was running, ran the carb out of gas, and then just refilled it, and it's fine now. It's a semi-automatic. As you guys know, I put in new plastics. Definitely needs a new rear brake lever, or I could probably just try and space it out just so it's not as close as to the case. It has Pro Taper bars, a Two Brothers racing seat, and Two Brothers exhaust. But when it was running, it ripped pretty good. It was pretty fast. So I can't wait for the big board to get here so I can start working on it again. But now we have the Yamaha Quad built, the 1986 Yamaha Moto 4 YFM 80. Also, some people call them a Badger. You know, they're both the same exact quad. This thing is not fast at all. Tops out like 15. But it's a 4-speed semi-automatic. As you guys know, I painted the plastics in the frame, which looks pretty sweet. A lot of you are saying that these two tires back in the front and in the back are mixed up. They're just flat. Once all of them are aired up, they're all the exact same size. But this sat in a field in Vermont, just sitting there. The guy couldn't get it running, so I got it, and it took me months to figure out why it wasn't running. Turns out the engine was stuck the entire time, so I had to pry it to turn it over. Then I threw on a new carb. I also put on a new starter solenoid, got a new battery and put it on a new starter, and now this thing runs great. It's just really slow. It doesn't have a kickstart, but it only has electric start, but it always starts up. So all that's really left to do is to mount the taillight and then wait for the seat cover to be made, and then it should be all done. And then lastly, we just have this frame, which I'm not sure if I'm going to do a build on yet or not. It needs everything, even foot pegs it doesn't even have. But it's a 1965 Rupp mini bike frame, has a little front spring suspension. It's a pretty cool little mini bike. It's a Rupp, so it's pretty valuable. But that's pretty much the collection. As of right now, that mini bike, and that quad are the only ones running. But hopefully the motorcycle and the pit bike will be running soon. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much just a collection. I'm hoping next video we'll be working on the pit bike, and then we'll start working on the quad and the motorcycle. But let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see. We just hit 3,100 subscribers, so thank you guys so much. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, comment, and tell your friends about the channel. Thanks for watching.